Yeah, it's been a pretty challenging schedule. I mean, we've played, of our 6 losses, I would say that 3, if not 4 of those schools, I think, if they were in the Southern Conference, would be one of the top schools, if not the top school, and a couple others that I think would be a top 2 or 3 for sure. I think the name that people aren't familiar with, Missouri Kansas City, is a school that 3 days after they played us, went to 4 sets with Kansas, who was top 25 last year. So we've played some very, very good teams. We feel like we've played the top echelon of the Southland type teams or better. So we're not overly concerned. We're not pushing the panic button. I know what I see on the floor, but when you play teams like that, there's a very slim margin for error. So we feel good about what we were able to do, but we also we knew that there's going to be not a lot of opportunities for mistakes, and when you play teams like that, they take advantage of those and they expose some of your weaknesses, and that's exactly what preseason is for us. I'd say from the first weekend to the second weekend, it was probably the same level of competition. I think the Prairie View match gave us an opportunity to play a team that maybe didn't have as much talent as us, but we did what we were supposed to do there. And honestly, I think of all of our matches so far this year, that's probably our worst played match in terms of just the way we played. We obviously won, but I don't think that we executed like we normally do against them. We lost a little bit of focus, which we're working on this week. But you go that first weekend, you have Arkansas and New Mexico, who are both high caliber, top 50 type RPI schools, to Utah, who's right in that mix, and I think North Texas can be right in that mix. And Texas State is, they played North Texas real tough, and by the end of the year with their young players could be in that mix as well. And so it's been real challenging, and it doesn't get any easier. Next weekend we go to Baylor, and we've got them in Colorado, another Pac-12 school, and App State, who's sitting at like 6-1 right now. So it doesn't get easier, but we talk a lot about just within our team that this pre-conference schedule is all about figuring out who we are. The glorified scrimmages for us. Our focus is always going to be on the Southland Conference and what we need to do to prepare for that. And I feel like these matches are doing that. We feel like we've played the top echelon of the Southland type teams or better. So we're not overly concerned. We're not pushing the panic button. I know what I see on the floor, but when you play teams like that, there's a very slim margin for error. So we feel good about what we were able to do, but we also we knew that there's going to be not a lot of opportunities for mistakes, and when you play teams like that, they take advantage of those and they expose some of your weaknesses, and that's exactly what preseason is for us. Katie is about what we thought she was going to be. She's made great strides in the last 2 years. We knew she was going to make a jump last year, and then based on the spring that she had, we knew that she was going to make another jump this year. Probably one of our most consistent offensive performers, and we've been running her through the back row, and she's been doing pretty good back there. Ashley Elrod, as a freshman, is not playing like a freshman. She's playing a pretty mature game. Kid's got a big arm. She's very terminal. So that's working well for her. We're able to do some things that are freeing her up now and allowing her to take some of the pressure off of some other people offensively. But she's been pretty consistent. She's been passing and defending fairly well. It's still a little bit up and down for her, like it is for everybody else, but we've been happy with her. And Keely Arneson is just Keely's Keely for us. She makes us go. She runs our defense. She covers up a lot of mistakes for us defensively because she's just so instinctive and so fast and so active that we're real happy with her. And I think the big difference between last year's Keely and this year's Keely is that she's real strong in serve receive now too. She used to be kind of more of a defensive libero that was above average passer, and now she's starting to become a very consistent and solid passer for us as well. So we're excited to see how she's been improving. It's coming, yeah. I think our setting position is coming along. I think probably from the first weekend to the second weekend, the biggest thing that we stressed was the first 2 contacts, serve receive and that second contact, and making good decisions, making a consistent set. And we feel like we've developed some things in practice that have helped us to improve that. I think EJ and Natalie are doing a good job of continuing to improve. They're kind of new to our hitters in a sense, and so now we're working still on the middle connection, and that's starting to come along. But no, they're doing a nice job, and they're doing exactly what we're asking them to do. We'll see. I think Baylor and Colorado are two obviously programs that have they've got the name recognition, they've got the conference recognition. Two very strong, solid teams that are going to be physical and athletic, pretty much like what we've seen all pre-conference. So I think when we play those teams, we've played those teams enough over the course of the years, and then even this season, that it's nothing nothing takes us by surprise in those moments. So we know they're going to block some balls. We know we're going to have to work around the block. We know that they're going to be playing high above the net offensively, so there's some things that we're going to have to do to make some adjustments defensively. But we've seen it for 2 weekends now, so it's. I feel like we match up pretty well with physical teams for being a mid-major school. And then App State is, again, they're a program that that last year they were down a little bit. I'm not sure if that was injuries, but it's not your typical App type of team. But this year they're sitting at 6-1 and beat some nice teams. So it's again, it'll be another challenge.